A city that rises from the desert, its skyline glittering with towers taller than anything you've ever seen. Luxury cars zip past gold-plated streetlights, and man-made islands stretch into the Persian Gulf in the shape of a palm tree. That's Dubai. Now, just a short drive away, lies Abu Dhabi, vast, quiet, and wealthy beyond imagination, yet completely different in character. Here's the twist most people miss. Neither Dubai nor Abu Dhabi is a country. They're part of something bigger, something the world rarely explains. Clearly, the United Arab Emirates. Today, we're uncovering the truth about the UAE. Why Dubai and Abu Dhabi often get confused with the country itself, and what makes each emirate completely unique. Here's the problem. Millions of people around the world mix up the UAE, Dubai, and Abu Dhabi. Tourists post Instagram captions like, "Living it up in the UAE while really staying in Dubai." News articles call Abu Dhabi the UAE capital technically correct, but they miss the bigger picture. The confusion isn't random. The UAE is a federation, like a mini United States. Instead of states, it has 7 emirates, each ruled by its own royal family. Each emirate has its own laws, economy, and even culture. Yet, together, they form one country recognized globally. Understanding the difference is crucial, especially if you're traveling, investing, or just curious about how this tiny country rose to global prominence in just a few decades. The story starts before the UAE existed. Before 1971, these 7 Emirates, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Al Quain, Fujairah, and later Ras Al Khaimah, known as the Trucial States, small desert sheikdoms along the Persian Gulf. They survived mostly on fishing, pearl diving, and trade with nearby regions. Life was harsh, resources were limited, and the population was small, often less than a few thousand in each emirate. Then came the 1950s and 60s. Oil discoveries changed everything. Abu Dhabi suddenly controlled the vast majority of the country's oil reserves. Dubai, meanwhile, focused on trade, port development, and eventually tourism. In 1971, 6 emirates united to form the United Arab Emirates, with Ras Al Khaimah joining a year later. They agreed to a federal government handling foreign affairs, defense, and some legal matters, but each emirate retains significant independence. This setup is unusual globally. It's a federation of monarchies, where each emirate has a ruler, a capital, and its own personality. And this structure is key to understanding why Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and the UAE are often confused but are actually very different. This structure affects everyone in the UAE. Tourists often assume Dubai is the whole country. Abu Dhabi has stricter laws, fewer nightlife options, and a completely different urban layout. Residents must understand which rules apply, where traffic laws, business regulations, and even school curricula vary by emirate. Investors and companies also navigate this distinction carefully. Dubai is more liberal in terms of business, tourism, and real estate. Abu Dhabi, with its oil wealth and government-backed projects, has a different economic focus. Knowing which emirate you are dealing with is not just trivia, it can be the difference between success and failure. So, what really sets Dubai and Abu Dhabi apart? Let's break it down with numbers. Population. Dubai has about 3.5 million residents. Abu Dhabi slightly edges it with 3.7 million, but it's spread over a much larger landmass, land size. Abu Dhabi dominates the map, covering 87% of the UAE's total land area. Dubai just 5%. Economy. Dubai thrives on tourism, real estate, and global finance. Abu Dhabi holds the majority of the UAE's oil wealth, making it incredibly rich per capita. Cultural vibe. Dubai dazzles with glitz, nightlife, and shopping festivals. Abu Dhabi leans toward government institutions, museums, and cultural projects like the Louvre Abu Dhabi. Here's an example. Dubai's Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building, draws millions of visitors a year. Abu Dhabi's Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, while equally stunning, represents a slower, reflective experience, rooted in culture and tradition. Each emirate attracts a different type of visitor, reflecting its unique role in the UAE. The differences go beyond economics and culture. The political power in the UAE is weighted toward Abu Dhabi, because the president of the UAE traditionally comes from its royal family. Dubai, while influential in trade and tourism, plays a different role. It's the global face of innovation, entertainment, and architecture. Then there's the smaller Emirates: Sharjah, Ajman, Al Khohain, Fujairah and Ras Al Khaimah. They may not have Dubai's skyscrapers or Abu Dhabi's oil wealth, but they contribute their own culture, industries, and landscapes. For example, Sharjah is known as the UAE's cultural capital, emphasizing museums, libraries, and arts festivals. Ras Al Khaimah is growing as an adventure tourism hub, with mountains and deserts to explore. So, when people say I'm visiting the UAE, they might actually be talking about 7 different experiences rolled into one country. And that's what makes the UAE so fascinating. A small nation with huge diversity, all tied together under one federation. The UAE is not just Dubai. It is not just Abu Dhabi. It is a federation of 7 distinct emirates, each with its own ruler, laws, and economic focus. Dubai shows us the power of ambition and spectacle. Abu Dhabi teaches the value of concentrated wealth and careful governance. And the other emirates remind us that not all influence comes from fame or oil. They have their own roles and identities. Understanding the difference changes how we see this country. It's a place where the desert meets skyscrapers, tradition meets ultra-modern cities, and 7 rulers unite to create a nation that stands out globally. It's not just a travel destination, it's a political and cultural experiment that has succeeded beyond expectations in just 50 years. So next time you hear someone say, "I'm going to the UAE," remember, they could be stepping into Dubai's neon-lit streets, Abu Dhabi's cultural landmarks, or one of the smaller, quieter Emirates. Each offers a completely different story. If this dive into the UAE sparked your curiosity, subscribe to USA Uncovered for more mini-documentaries that explore the facts, myths, and secrets behind the places you thought you knew. And comment below. If you had a month to explore the UAE, which emirate would you start with, and why?